Hello there, and welcome. My name is Calliope, and I'd like you to follow my instructions. None of these tests are going to involve me touching you, and the first few sets of tests are primarily visual, and then after that, if you wish to close your eyes, you're more than welcome to, as you do not need to have your eyes open for them. Now, I'd like to start by just doing something to increase the efficacy of you following the instructions, to make you a little more calm, perhaps to get us in a more relaxed state. So I'd like you to take a deep breath for me, but at the top, I want you to take another deep breath. So we're doing a double inhale and then a slow, controlled exhale. And this is to mimic a phenomenon known as a physiological sigh. So if you ever notice that all of a sudden, whether you are doing something or are just hanging out, you might all of a sudden take a deep breath and then let it out. That is the physiological sigh. So if you could take a deep breath in with me, and at the top, we're going to take another inhale, and then we're going to let it go. We're going to do this just a couple more times, and if you feel lightheaded or if it's not easy for you, don't worry about it, all right? Okay, just breathe as is comfortable for you. So take another deep breath. And at the top, another quick inhale. And then exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. And another quick one at the top. And then exhale. Excellent. I always happen to find that if I do just a few of these, that all of a sudden it feels like time has slowed to a crawl, that everything feels just a little bit more present, which is what we want you to be. We want you to be calm, relaxed, and present. Now I have a variety of objects, and I'm going to have you follow some instructions related to these objects. And firstly, I have a little fountain pen here. Beautiful thing, this. But we're going to use it for the little gold top of the pen. Now I am going to have you focus on the top of this pen. And without moving your head, you could just follow this around for me. And we're going to take some nice slow turns about. Good. Just a few lazy little swirls and loops. There we go. And let's do just a nice circle in the middle. And get closer and closer. Good. Keep keep following the tip of the pen as best as you can. There we go. Good. Good. Now, I want you to keep following the tip of my pen, and I want you to ignore the finger that is coming in and out of your vision. You could just ignore the finger and focus on the pen. Good. Now can you switch to the finger? Good. Just keep focusing on my finger. And we'll move this quite a bit around. Draw a shape here. Maybe a triangle. Maybe bring it in and out. Good. And just keep focusing on my finger here. Don't look at the pen. Just focus on my finger and don't look at the pen. Might be quite distracting, but just keep focusing the best you can. And now if you could look at the pen. Good. And then my finger. Look at my finger. Look at the pen. Look at my finger. Look at my finger. Look at the pen. Good. Now, let's bring a couple of other tools into play. I have a scissor with a neon green or chartreuse top to it. And I have a Babinski reflex hammer here. And I am just going to have you pick one of these objects. Whichever object you pick, I'd like you to focus on that one. So if you could just follow the object you've picked. Good. Just keep following that object. And then if you could switch to the other object. Switch to whatever object you had not originally picked. And just keep focusing on that particular object as best as you can. And this might get just a bit fast, but do your best. And then, no matter what object you have picked, I'd like you to look at the green scissor. Look at the green scissor here and ignore the hammer. Just focus on the green scissor and ignore the hammer. Ignore the hammer. And now if you could look at the hammer and ignore the scissor. Keep looking at the hammer and ignore the scissor. Excellent. And now we have a cotton bud and a little wooden craft stick. And if you could just pick one of these objects to focus on. And I'm going to have you focus on that object and ignore the other one. Focus on the craft stick or the cotton bud. Good. Look at the craft stick or the cotton bud, whichever one you picked. Just keep following it as best as you can. Way back and come forward. Way back and come forward. Good. And now if you could look at the craft stick. Just keep looking at the craft stick. Good. And if you could look at my nose and ignore the cotton bud and the craft stick and instead just focus on my nose. Ignore everything else. Just look at my nose. There we go. Good. Very good. I think that went quite well. Now I'm going to be tracing some numbers. These are going to be single-digit numbers, and I'm either going to be doing it on my hand or right in front of you, just like that. Either on my hand or right in front of you. And I'd just like you to identify what number you see. Now let's start with my hand here. I am going to trace a number, and I want you to tell me what it is. 9, 2, 4, 7, 3, 1, 8, 5, 6, 7, 2. Good. And what if I were to trace this right in front of you? What number is that? 8. 9. 3. 1. 7. 4. 6. 2. 0. Hadn't had that one yet. 6. 9. 8. 5. 3. 2. 1. Wonderful. Now, from this point forward, you do not need to keep your eyes open if you don't want to. I'm going to be making a few sounds, and I want you to tell me whether it's on the left or if it's on the right. So, let's see. I'd like you to tell me what side you hear the sound on. What side was that on? Good. And what side was that on? Okay. What side was that on? What side? Good. What side? What side? Good. Let me make it just a little bit more difficult for you. What side? What side? Good. What side? What side? What side? Good. What side? What side? What side? Good. What side? that side. Yep, trying to be a little sneaky. Good. 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 I think that you did quite well with that one. And now for our next test. We have an intuition test. And this one is greatly helped if you keep your eyes closed. So I have a couple of different versions of this. Firstly, I have a group of colored pencils here. We have pink, red, black, yellow, white, green, blue, purple, and orange. Now I'd like you to pick what color you think I am going to be holding up. So I'm going to pick a color, and I want you to just take a moment and tell me what color you think I'm holding. What color do you think I'm holding? Yellow. Holding the yellow. And next color. What color do you think I'm holding? What color do you think I'm holding? Okay. And we have a blue. Holding the blue color. And the next. What color do you think I'm holding? What color do you think I'm holding here? Have the red. The next color. This will get easier the more colors we pick. What color do you think I'm holding now? What color am I holding? There is a smidge of a pattern to it. You can catch that. I'm holding the green. Good. And what color am I holding now? What color am I holding? Okay, and this is the orange color. And the next one. What color am I holding? What color do you think I'm holding? This is the purple. Now the pattern might get a bit goofy now. What color am I holding? It's not going to fit our previous pattern. So, you're on your own for guessing. What color am I holding now? the black, holding the black color. And what color am I holding now? Color am I holding? The white. And last one, if you have a good memory, this should be easy. What color am I holding now? What color am I holding? The pink, the very last one. Did you happen to catch the pattern at all? Well, I'll let you marinate with that one and see if that feels right. Now, I am going to hold up a number of fingers. I'm going to keep this to just one hand. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the possible answers. Now I'm going to hold up some fingers. I just want you to tell me what number of fingers you think I'm holding. Okay? So, how many fingers do you think I'm holding up? How many fingers am I holding up? 2. 2 fingers. How many fingers am I holding up? There's no particular pattern to this. How many fingers am I holding up? 4. How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers am I holding up? 5. And how many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers? 1. How many fingers am I holding up? 5. How many fingers am I holding up? 3. How many fingers? 4. How many fingers? 2. And last one, how many fingers? Just 1. Very good. How did that test feel? Did you get very many right, or was it pretty random? I see, yeah. It's kind of a sort of guessing game, just a bit of luck, really. And now I am going to go through a little series of a test called This or That. Now, the twist with this one is it won't be happening behind the ears. Behind your ears. So, whatever sound I'm doing, for example, it's going to be behind the ears. Now, I just want you to tell me which one you prefer. It's not so much a test as more of something subjective for you, but we are going to do it anyway. So I am going to just have a sound. And you can tell me either this or that. Which of those did you prefer? Was it this or that? Which one? Okay. And how about this? This or did you prefer this or that? This or that? Okay. And would you prefer this or that? This or that? Which one? Good. Now let's bring in some other. So let's do this. or that. This, or that. Which one of those? Let's see. This. Or that. This, or that. Lastly, this. Or that. This. Or that. This. Or that. Very good. Now we are going to do a bit of word association. So I'm going to say a word and I want you to tell me the first thing you think of. Don't want you to ponder it for quite a while. Just whatever comes up, even if it makes absolutely no sense. So for example, perhaps I say apple. And maybe the first thing you think of is horse. So So then you would say horse. Now I'm going to say a list of random words. Just let me know what the first word that comes to mind is for you. Green. Fur. Autumn. Scarlet. Lighthouse. Wire. Plastic. Giraffe. Literature. Bookcase. Ice cream. Holiday. Iron. Horizon. Bird. Curtain. Scarf. Window. Adjust. Turquoise. Keyboard. Raindrop. Pavement. River. Mountain. Ceiling. Volume. Skyline. Blacktop. Tripod. 14. Amber. Ecstatic. Vinyl. Roof. Soda pop. Microfiber. Pencil. Tapestry. Mirror. Aluminum. Okay, I think that is quite enough word association. Now, the very last thing I'll have you do is the ultimate test of focus. And one of the objects of this test is that if you find your mind drifting off at all, if you find it going somewhere different, as soon as you notice that and you bring it back, that is the object of this test. Now, ideally, your attention would not wander, but if you do catch it wandering, that is a point for you. Now, this test involves you focusing on different body parts, as I call them out. I want you to focus on the body part, feel it, its volume, where in space it is. In my mind, I imagine that something is touching it or that I'm mentally drawing a circle around it. But whatever is most comfortable for you, you're welcome to do. So we are going to start by just focusing on the tip of your tongue. Focus on the tip of your tongue. We're going to rotate consciousness through the body. The tip of the tongue. The root of the tongue. And the roof of the mouth. The bottom of the mouth. The teeth. The gums. The inside of your right cheek, the inside of your left cheek, the upper lip and the lower lip, the right side of the jaw, the left side of the jaw, the right cheek, left cheek, tip of the nose, between the eyebrows, the right eye, the left eye, left eyebrow, right eyebrow, the forehead, the right ear, the left ear, the middle of the throat, the hollow of the throat, the right shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, center of the palm, tip of the thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, center of the palm, elbow, shoulder, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, center of the left palm, tip of the thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, center of the palm, wrist, elbow, left shoulder, center of the chest, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, the abdomen, right hip, right knee, right ankle, center of the right sole of the foot, tip of the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, the center of the sole, the ankle, knee, and back to right hip, the left hip, knee, ankle, center of the left sole, the tip of the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, center of the foot, ankle, knee, up to the right hip, the entire right side of the body. Feel the entire right side of the body all at once. Then the entire left side of the body. Left side of the body all at once. And both sides together. The entire body, focusing on the whole body, every part from the tips of your toes all the way to the top of your head. Very good. Excellent. Now, that is going to conclude our Follow My Instructions session. You did an absolutely exemplary job today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a whale of a day and a good rest of your night. Thank you. Goodbye now.
Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, it would greatly help me out if you clicked the like button and left a comment so YouTube's algorithm registers that it was a good video. If you want to see more of my work, consider subscribing to the channel. I create primarily medical, pseudoscience / alternative medicine, and personal attention ASMR roleplays. But I've done a little bit of everything from historical to sci-fi to fantasy. If you'd like to support the channel, I offer ad-free videos, early access on videos, and exclusive content on Patreon. Or I also have a Ko-Fi